Tonight, police are still trying to piece together the deaths of Jenna Scott and Michael Swearingen, and we now know Scott did file a temporary protective order against her ex-boyfriend last year, but a judge chose not to renew it.
That's right. Fox 44's Anna Thrash spoke with a law professor today about why the judge may have made that decision. Anna.
Protective orders are typically issued against people who have a history of family or dating violence and who are likely to commit it again. It seems that Jenna Scott had all that evidence against Cedric Marks, which leaves us to wonder why a permanent protective order was not issued. In Jenna Scott's temporary protective order against Cedric Marks, she claims Marks threatened and abused her. She says he had choked her several times and thrown her to the ground, as well as threatened her and her family every time she tried to break up with him. On July 27th, she filed the order. We went to Baylor University law professor Patricia Wilson to learn more about protective orders.
The standard generally for issuing a protective order is whether there has been family violence in the past, and that includes dating violence, and is there a likelihood of family violence in the future. And if there is, the law requires that the court issue an appropriate protective order.
As Fox 44 has already reported, Marks did have a history of domestic violence according to court documents from King County, Washington. Still, Judge Paul LePack decided not to renew the order. January 3rd, Jenna and Michael Swearingen disappeared from Temple. Their bodies were found in Oklahoma January 9th. At this time, Temple police are not calling Marks a suspect in their deaths.
One of the things that I know people tend to say is it's just a piece of paper, but it's a piece of paper that does carry a lot of weight, because if someone who is subject to a protective order violates it, depending on what they do, a police officer may either be entitled to or may in fact be required to arrest that individual on the spot without a warrant.
Court documents state Cedric Marks violated the protective order by contacting Jenna by email and breaking into her home in August, but he was not arrested then. And coming up at 6, we'll hear what Professor Wilson says is the importance of protective orders. Live in the control room, Anna Thrash, Fox 44 News.